This is journal 41. It's in the day 51 folder. I'm going to put your name first and last, and then click the button for whatever period you're in. The question is, what is an endothermic reaction? Give an example. What is an exothermic reaction? Give an example. And then what's the difference between physical change and chemical reaction? Well, a chemical change, but I want you to have those two things different in your mind. So this information was all covered in the notes in day 51. In day 50. So if you don't have any idea what I'm talking about here, please just leave this. Go do your notes from day 50. Do the material from day 50. Sure, yes, you can watch this video and get the answer, but there's so much more covered in those notes, and I just would appreciate it if you would do that. Plus, you need the notes to be able to take today's quiz. If you don't have the notes, then you can't very well do an open note quiz. So please go do your notes 2F from day 50 if you haven't yet. All right, here we go. So an endothermic reaction. Enter is E-N-T-E-R. En means in Latin. So an endotherm, heat. Endothermic reaction takes heat in. So takes heat in. And then give an example, something that absorbs heat and feels cold. So there's a number of different reactions that do this, but the one that I talked about in the notes and the one that you're probably familiar with are the instant cold packs, the ones that aren't cold. You don't keep them in the freezer, but when you pop the bag inside and shake it up, it then gets cold. It's an ammonium chloride, salt and water reaction that makes that happen. So instant cold packs. Then what is an exothermic reaction? So exit means out and therm means heat. So it releases heat. And example would be something that feels warm to the touch. Now, of course, anything that has fire, so burning propane, butane, gasoline, kerosene, any of those things are going to be an exothermic reaction. But the one that we talked about in class was rusting, was the hot hands. So inside hot hands is actually the rust reaction going on. And then what's the difference between a physical change and a chemical reaction? So a physical change is something that it doesn't, the matter changes shape or form, size, and maybe even its phase. So it might boil and turn into a gas, or it might freeze and turn into a solid, but it's still the same matter. So any of those are going to be physical changes. So if you need to remember that phase change means going from solid to liquid to gas, you need to include that. If you know what a phase change is, then you don't have to include that part. But if you don't, I definitely want you to put it in there to help you remember. And then a chemical change is one where a reaction takes place that creates a new substance with new properties and can't be easily reversed. All right. Hit submit on that. Have a lovely day. Make good decisions. Bye.